And that right there is how you turn on the lights in a movie theater auditorium from a former usher many, many years ago. And that way you guys can see my stupid face when I walk around an empty movie theater. That way I can give you my first reaction after just watching the newest Kevin Smith film, Clerks III, which I think overall I really enjoyed. It definitely had more emotional punches than I was expecting. And we'll talk about those in just one second. But if you're not a fan of the first Clerks film or Clerks 2, and you're not a big fan of the Skew universe from Kevin Smith, this film probably won't have as much of an emotional impact on you. I think it would still be an enjoyable comedy, but with all that said, the reason I bring up the first two Clerks films is this is 99.3% references to those earlier films. So this was made for the hardcore fan base. I will just say that, and I enjoyed that. It was the perfect conclusion to the Clerks trilogy, which is just weird to say. Clerks trilogy, who would have thought we'd get such a thing? The funny thing is, in between the first and second film, it was like, 12 years? And then between the second film and this film was like 17 years. But hey, at least we got it. I enjoyed it. If you're a fan of the first two movies, they're going to have tons of throwbacks, tons of references. And this is what this movie feels like. It feels like one big inside joke. It's almost like, in another way, sort of seeing your lost friends once again. That's how I feel every time we go back to the Clerks movies. And when it comes to the characters, Randall is my spirit animal. He is one of those characters that sort of always motivated me to be more brazen. What I'm saying is he's the reason I'm an asshole, so thank you. But yeah, I enjoyed this film. A lot of great references. It was funny. It was comedic. If you're a fan of the first two movies, I think you're probably going to love this film. And like I said, there's some emotional punches in this film, more so than I expected. It almost gave me the feels, but you'll more so get those feels, like I said, if you're a huge fan of the first two movies and you're very familiar with the characters and you understand all the references and you listen to the Kevin Smith podcast or when he does discussions and live Q&As where he tells backstories about inside jokes and how the production of the first movie came to be. But all that stuff is in this film, but you got to be a hardcore Kevin Smith nerd to pick up on most of it. So either way, I do recommend this film. I think it was worth waiting if you're a fan of the Clerks movies. I liked it, and I got to say I'm satisfied with it, though it gave me some feels. I was not expecting that. And also the subplot I really enjoyed is where they make a movie within a movie. I like things like that in movies. You had a little bit of that in another Kevin Smith film, like Zack and Miri make a something special movie. But yeah, you get some of that in this, and I like things like that. So it was sort of very meta. It was almost like the story of Kevin Smith making the first Clerks movie and also the story of Kevin Smith after he has a heart attack. So either way, guys, I recommend it. Check it out. And I should be doing a full-fledged review of this over on the FlickPick channel very soon. Not tonight. I need to get out of here before someone kicks me out. Either way, take care. I'll see you guys next time.